This is the new Ford Explorer, not to be confused with the American version of this car, which is also called the Explorer, but that's a big gas guzzling giant that's a lot bigger than what I'm driving here. This is a slimmed down Ford Explorer for the European market. But the one big difference is this is an all-electric car. This is an EV, Ford's latest EV. The last one they produced was the Mach 1, and that was produced back in 2020, and it wasn't a massive success. But this new Ford Explorer, it's a bit of a peach, I can tell you. I love driving it. It's a super bit of kit to drive. But there's a lot behind that we're not aware of, because Ford and Volkswagen Group got together and did a bit of a deal. You see, VW wanted a bit of expert help with building some vans and some trucks, which Ford said, well, we can help you out there, but we need a little bit of help getting the tech side of our Ford Explorer together. And they said, well, you know what, we'll have a deal. So consequently, you've ended up with an ID.4 interior to this car, not to look at, but the tech side of it, which is brilliant, because we know Volkswagen do some incredible tech for their cars, and at the same time Ford build a really nice car. So put the two together, genius. You've got probably one of the best SUVs, all electric SUVs on the market today. Guys, you're watching me, AJ, on the Player YouTube channel. We're going to have a look around this car. We're going to decide what we think of it, what's the range like, what's it cost, and above all, what's it like to drive. If you've never seen us before, then feast your eyes on our little promo video, which is about to come up after my speech here. And if you have seen it, it's only a minute and a half, guys. It's well worth a watch. There's some fun bits on there. If you have seen us before and you do subscribe, or you're a regular visitor to the channel, you know what to do. Skip to the next bit. I'll catch you in a minute and a half. This is how a car should sound. Listen to this.
I didn't really push it either. I was just having a bit of fun.
Oh, really? Wheel springs?
Outside. Cool. So there you have it, guys. Ferrari Roma. My birthday present. Go. We're going to meet the crew and hopefully get the same. Nice, a real one.
I think it makes a good work.
We're going,
Nice to start.
Nice to see you.
Show us your big chopper, your helicopter. So here we are, the Morgan Roadster, where we're here for the Swiss Watch Show. Guys, guess what? It's another morning here out in sunny France. The Ford Explorer comes in two different trim levels. Select trim gets 19-inch alloys. You get keyless entry, as well as LED headlights, LED running lights and LED indicators. The headlights also get auto high beam. Adaptive cruise control is included, and don't forget you will get the dual zone air climate control no matter which trim level you go for. Upgrading to the top of the range premium trim adds loads more luxuries, included heated front seats, a massaging driver's seat, a heated steering wheel, keyless entry and start, plus there's a handy wireless phone charging system in the middle. Ambient interior lighting when you get in, and a powered tailgate, which is quite handy if you're out with the shopping. A panoramic glass sunroof, which is absolutely mahoosive. Plus, you'll get 20-inch alloy wheels and matrix LED headlights, which can remain on high beam without dazzling other drivers. However, you don't get a heat pump included in the price. No, that's going to cost you an extra £1,000. But in my opinion, my humble opinion, I think it's well worth it, because that heat pump, if you look into it, does give you a little bit of extra range on the battery, especially in the winter when you're having to put extra bits and pieces on. So it will help. Well worth the investment, in my opinion. Cars available in 6 different colours, and if you like white, you're in luck, because it's included in the price. All of the others, they're going to cost you an extra 800 quid. One thing I think is worth investing in is the driver's assistance pack, and with that you will get a heads-up display, which is great when you're driving down the road because it gives you all the information, including the speed and the sign recognition and stuff like that. Really, really handy. You also get a 360-degree camera for parking the car because it's quite a big car at the end of the day. That comes in rather handy. You get the lane keepy and the lane assist as well, so it keeps you within the lane when you're on a dual carriageway or on a motorway or something like that. And finally, you will get the park assist with that, and that whole package comes in at what I think is a very reasonable £1,300 extra. Underneath the rather good-looking and stylish Ford Explorer, you'll find it has the same motors and batteries as the Volkswagen ID.4. There's a choice between a single motor rear-wheel drive, a single motor rear-wheel drive extended range, and a dual motor all-wheel drive with extended range. Rear-wheel drive single motor cars get a 52 kilowatt battery, which develops the equivalent of 170 brake horsepower, and you'll get up to 170 miles on the motorway with around 221 miles combined around town. Rear-wheel drive extended range cars get a 77 kilowatt battery with a motor that will produce 286 brake horsepower. Motorway driving will see 272 miles or thereabouts with a combined range of 354 miles. Finally, the all-wheel drive extended version gets two electric motors that between them produce the equivalent of 340 brake horsepower. However, you will get slightly less mileage on the range as there are two motors sucking at the battery. So on the motorway you'll see around 255 miles and 329 miles of combined range. If you want the Ford Explorer with the fastest charging speed, you'll need the extended range all-wheel drive version, which can officially refuel at up to 185 kilowatts. The extended range rear-wheel drive version hits 135 kilowatts, while the standard range rear-wheel drive only manages 145 kilowatts. In the real world, that means a 10 to 80% charge with a fast charger should take just under 30 minutes, and a 7 kilowatt home charger around 8 to 9 hours on an overnight charge. Check out round the back of the Explorer, because I think this car really demonstrates that when you get to a design stage, you've got to think out of the box, and this car really does. It's very sporty. It's got a little bit of like Range Rover in there. There's a bit of Jeep in there, and I love these LED clusters either side and the Explorer badge that runs across there. Really, really nice. No big exhaust, wouldn't be, would there, because it's an electric car, but just the actual finish, the way it looks, superb. I love this seamless windscreen, the rear windscreen at the back here as well. Doesn't have that rubber in there where the water used to get in and rot the car. Now it's just all sort of blended to a lovely perfect straight line across there. Wash wipe, all the models get that. You get this roof spoiler as well with the built-in brake light. Just generally really like it, but very, very small, this area here. When we get it out on the road, I'll check what it's like for reversing, see how good that is, but it does strike me as rather small. Top of the range cars get the electronic tail lift, which is just down here. You just click it once and up she goes, pretty quick. However, I've got a little bugbear here. I'm not the tallest of people. I'm not short, but I'm not tall. If I was 6 foot or over, that's around about 185 centimetres thereabouts, 190. I'd be banging my head on this. So I was a little bit shocked that it doesn't go up a little bit higher. There you go. But nonetheless, it's an electronic tail lift, and it takes all the effort out, especially you've got a couple of bags, you know, you've got to lift up, and loading prams and pushchairs, things like that, or bikes. 470 litres in here, guys. It's big enough, not the biggest, but it's big enough. If you want to push the seats down, you just literally have to reach in and you can push them down. It's a 60-40 split, very easy like that. I'll do the other one as well. There you go. They don't go completely flat, but it is almost flat all the way through there. Underneath here are your charging cables? That's a new way of describing them. Charging cables under there. It is a split level boot. However, there's not a lot of maneuverability with that. Also on the back here, the plastic here, I would suggest you go and buy yourself some of that plastic that you can stick on the top here, because this is going to get really scratched up. If you've got dogs jumping in and out of here, or you're trying to get bikes or pushchairs in, it's going to scratch it all up. For the sake of a couple of quid, get yourself some sticky back plastic, stick it on there. When it gets all manky and horrible, you can peel it off and put another new bit on there. Yeah, you got your little places to hang your shopping on in here, which is pretty good. Got a couple of little LED lights in here, which again is great at night. If you're loading stuff in and out, you're going to need that as well. But all in, there's plenty of room in the back. You get a bike in there with the front wheel on, you're going to have to fold it back on itself, but it will go in there. So yeah, fair credit to Ford. I think they've nailed it when it comes to the SUV side of this car and the practicality. Right, let's check out in the back for the passengers, how comfortable it is, how easy it is to get in and out. Straight away, I noticed the rake on this door is pretty good. So you could easily get a kiddie seat in here, straight into those ISOFIX points that are actually built into this car. They're lovely. They're little clicky ones that you can pull down and pop back up when you're not using the kiddie seat. Not the pull-out ones that you end up losing. You know the ones I'm talking about, and you hand the car back at the end of the lease and it's like, well, it's another £60 for a full set of those plastic. Well, I only needed one. Well, they come in, you know, full. You get the drift, guys. I like the way Ford have done that. That's thinking ahead. I also like the big bin down here for putting your water in or your little bits and pieces. A separate area here to keep bits and pieces for your passengers in the back. All electric windows at the back. Well, you'd expect that, wouldn't you? Decent sized window, privacy glass all the way around. Keeps it nice and cool during the summer as well. Window doesn't go all the way down. That's a little faux pas in my opinion. It does stop. It's not a lot. It's just a little bit above there. Let's jump in, see how easy it is to get in and out of this car. Now, this seat has slightly gone back because when you jump in, it's like a memory seat. So then it moves forward to where your original driving position. But I thought I'd leave it because I wanted to show you, even when it's straight, you know, as far back as it'll go like that, look at the leg room, look at the knee room. Look, I've got my feet underneath. It's absolutely spot on. I love it. The other thing I love about this is the finish, the quality of the finish. This is a wipe-friendly surface. It's perfect for having kids in the back. Sticky sweets, ice creams, you know, sodas, anything gets spilt on here. Nice damp rag. Just give it a wipe over and it's going to be like new. And the finish and the actual build quality, really, really good indeed. You haven't got aircon in the back here, unfortunately. Not a tri-zone air climate control. And there isn't an option for that either. It's only dual zone. But you do have the air and you can change the direction of the air. But depending on whether you want hot or cold, you're going to have to ask the driver or the passenger to actually do that. But you can turn it off if you want to, which is handy. A good thing, Ford have put 2 USB-C chargers in the back here. You need 2. You've got 2 kids in the back here, they're going to fight over one. And there are some manufacturers have only been putting 1 USB in the back here. That's ridiculous. It's going to cause arguments between the kids. I want to charge mine. No, it's my turn to charge. You know what I mean? Happy wife, happy life. You don't want them kicking off in the back, trust me. The actual USBs themselves, right in the middle there, very easy to access. In the centre here, got to show you this, nice pull down armrest. Look at that, isn't that lovely? Double cup holder and an energy drink holder in the middle there. Double cup holder's nice and deep as well. Now I always check these for a reason. If you put a cup of coffee in there and you're steaming it down the road and the brakes go on, if that's not deep enough, that cup with all its hot contents will come flying out. Whereas I don't think it's going to, because this is nice and deep. I know it's a bit ridiculous talking about a cup holder, but at the end of the day, safety matters. Another thing I love about this, you've got access to the boot. It's got, yes, well, I know abroad in Europe they call it the ski hatch because they all go skiing. Here in the UK I call it the DIY hatch because on a weekend there is nothing better than having a DIY hatch to go down with the kids, shove them in Mac's somewhere, you're getting your wood, you come out, you've got your nice long lengths of wood for doing your DIY at home, and that's primarily what this is for. Joking apart though, if you do go skiing in this car, spot on. And you've got plenty of room in the back that you can, you know, reach through and grab any bits and pieces that you need. Pops back up nice and neat. You've got 3 headrests here. On the top of the range car, you get this beautiful panoramic roof. I absolutely love it. I think all in all, the recessed seat belts moving about, centre section here for your extra passenger. Don't think you're going to get an adult for long in here. Be a handy lift home from the pub or the restaurant, but ideally designed for 2 adults, maybe a kid in the middle or 3 kids across the back here. But either way, it's a 5-seater car, 100%. I'm loving the build quality. I'm loving the airiness of this car and the height of the car as well. And that, you know, because it doesn't have a transmission in the middle or an exhaust or anything like that, you've got that lovely flat surface all the way through. Ford, you're nailing it on the family front with the Ford Explorer. You get out on the road in the Ford Explorer, the first thing you're going to notice is how quiet it is. It's absolutely silent. I was thinking, because I'm driving the top of the range model here, it's got 20-inch rims on it, I thought I'm going to get a lot of feedback from the road with the size of the rims, but to be honest, nothing. No wind noise. The acoustics in here are absolutely superb. You get a really decent sound system in here as well. Comes with the car, standard with the car. It's absolutely lovely. Love these big mirrors, really nice position. The actual driving position as well, really, really good. You can set this seat up. It's fully electronic seat. You set it up exactly where you like it. And if you're in a top of range car like I've got here, you actually get a massage seat. So you can have a massage when you're on a long journey, or if you're just popping down the shops, you fancy sorting your back out, especially a little bit older. It's a really nice little thing to have. I also like the fact you've got heated seats, and you know, you've got this massive screen in the middle here. Really love this big screen. Very Tesla-esque, I will say that. But at the end of the day, it works. People like this. You get the big map, you've got your Apple Play, you've got your Android mirroring, you've got everything on your steering wheel. Look at the shape of this steering wheel. It's really nice. I love the shape of this. I'm finding it very hard to fault this car. And yet when the Mach 1 came out, you can watch my review of that. Go up there now, click up there now, because you'll see I really didn't like that car. But this car, oh wow. I mean, with the heads-up display as well, this has got the driver's aids pack added to it, so you know, it is a bit of extra. So worth it. So nice to have that heads-up display. You can see the speed up there. I love the little digital readout down here as well. It's all maneuvered over here on the right hand side of the steering wheel. So easy to use. And getting back to that big iPad-y thing in a minute, I have to call it an iPad because that's what it looks like. You can actually move it forward, and there's a secret little cubby under there that you can actually put things in and hide them, which is brilliant. If you're getting out quickly, you're going into a shop or somewhere, throw your phone in there, leave all your bits and pieces in there. Look, just pull it back like that, disappears. No one knows that until you actually show someone. I've showed a few people, like, oh wow, that's different, can't do that in a Tesla. Another thing, this comes with driver modes. Obviously there's no gearing in this car, but it comes in different modes, so it will give you a bit more sporty feel if you put it in the sport mode. You've got sport mode, eco mode, normal mode, and then there's a custom mode as well, and it's all set so easy to use on your big pad thing here as well. You've got wireless charging as well if you go for that driver's aid pack. That's the extra there. I thoroughly recommend it. Again, left hand side for the passenger doesn't charge, only charges one side. Bit of a faux pas on Ford's behalf there. Double cup holders here, plenty of storage space, and all round, I mean, what a pleasant car to drive is the way I can describe it. It's just nice, quiet, does what it says on the tin, getting 3.5 kilometers to the mile. Absolutely superb. Tesla-esque territory would be around 4, so we're just below that, but we're getting there. It's not bad, it's not brilliant, but it's doing it, and it's doing what it says on the tin. When it says 165 miles, if you turn the aircon off and just go with, you know, windows down or something like that, you're going to get the full bang for your buck on that. I can totally see that. And I like having that feeling of security with the car, that I know it will go the distance. There's a lot of manufacturers out there have just jumped on the bandwagon with the electric cars, and they don't go the distance. They really don't. This car, it really does. And it's ticking all my boxes. I think comparing it to that original Mach 1, no comparison whatsoever. This is a thoroughly decent electric SUV. Ford, I take my hat off to you. And guys, get a chance to get one of these out on the road, take it out on the road, and you will see what I'm talking about. You're going to love it. So there you have it, guys, the Ford Explorer. What did I think of it? What's my opinion? Do you know what? I think you'd be mad not to go down and give one of these a test drive. Get down to your Ford sales room and ask them to let you out with one of these and see what you think. Because at the end of the day, it's not, I can wax lyrical about these cars. I say how great they are. I can tell you all about them. But when you get behind the wheel of it, the proof is in the pudding. It's whether you like it, whether it's comfortable for you, whether it fits your lifestyle. So get down there, give one a test drive. That's my opinion. A couple of extra bits just to mention. It's a safe car. NCAP 5 rating. Hits the top mark when it comes to safety. You get an average warranty. It's 60,000 miles or 3 years, whichever comes first. Not the best. There are others out there. I'm not going to remain nameless on this particular video. But you do get an 8-year or 100,000 mile battery warranty. And that's very important, because if you sell this car after 2 or 3 years, you want to be able to transfer that over to the new owner, so everything is fully covered when it comes to the battery and the motors. That's most important, I feel, anyway. And you get that, so you're fully covered there. But all round, what a great car. Easy to charge, easy to look after, comfortable, it's got plenty of space, it's adaptable, it's versatile. can't really fault the Ford Explorer at the moment, and I've really enjoyed driving it over the last week. You've been watching me, AJ, on the Player YouTube channel, and first thing I'm going to ask is like, subscribe and comment, if you wouldn't mind. If you've got a comment down and you want to ask something or add to the story of the Ford Explorer, maybe you bought one, maybe you want to tell us about your experience, stick a comment down in the comment box down below, and it all helps with people making judgments about these cars, especially if it's a hands-on, you know, comment that an experience that you've had. The subscribe button is down there. Leave the bell sign unchecked. You'll get regular updates. We don't just do car reviews. You saw that at the beginning of this video. We do tons of other stuff as well, but do check back for car reviews as well, because obviously that's the main thing we do. And if I could ask you to give us that thumbs up, it's so important. We don't get a bonus, don't get a pay rise, guys. We get a pat on the back from the boss to say, AJ and team, because it's not just me, there's a whole crew behind this. There's the edit team, there's the guys filming this today. We get a pat on the back to say, job well done from the sponsors and the boss. And that keeps us in a job, basically, to put it in a nutshell. So in return for that, I want to give you something, because if you're not aware, the Player is not just a YouTube channel. We are a bookazine. It's a book. It's a 164-page book. Hang on. I'm going to hold one up and show you there. It was recorded earlier, but you can see what I'm holding up. It's a big book. Now, there's an online version of this that you can get access to completely free of charge because you watch me, AJ, on the Player YouTube channel. Head over to www.theplayer.co.uk. There's no forms, there's no credit cards, nothing like that. Just put your name in and your email, and you've got access to 164 pages of everything us guys absolutely love. There's cars, there's boats, there's jet skis, there's motorcycles, there's interviews, there's holidays, there's golf in there, there's food, you name it. It's all in there. You see me flicking through those pages there. It's well worth it. It's completely free of charge. Get over there, sign up for one. You get one every 3 months. It's a quarterly publication. Get that, and you've got something to have a read on the weekends. You can download it, you can look at it online, zoom it in. I love the sound of turning the pages as well. It makes a great sound. Give it a try, guys. Thanks for watching. I will catch you next week with hopefully something as interesting and intriguing and fun to drive as the Ford Explorer. This is AJ signing out. Thanks for watching, guys.